I personally wouldn't say it's fire.
Like, it was so amazing. Good morning. Happy Vlogmas day 9. Josh and I are just running out the door, going to the farmer's market this morning. So excited. It's currently Saturday morning, and it's going to be a really sweet day. We've got the farmer's market, and then we've got my niece's birthday party, which should be really fun, and we're making a pavlova to bring to the party, which I've never made a pavlova before, and neither has Josh, but his sister makes one every Christmas, so she sent me a recipe. But yeah, today should be a nice, cozy little Saturday in the life. Got my coffee. We're taking 2 cars because we need to drop off my car to get serviced on the way to the farmer's market, and then hopefully it'll be ready to pick up on our way back. It is chilly today. I'm going to be wearing my Uggs. I've got on this cable knit sweater that I've worn nonstop since I got it from Aerie. I don't have shoes on yet, but I've got my jeans on. I'm also wearing this headband that I got from Free People several years ago. I've actually worn it quite a bit. Every Christmas season I like to bring it back out. It's a little extra, but it makes me feel festive, especially when I put on my green Uggs. I'll be feeling really festive and cutesy. Okay, I gotta go. Josh is waiting for me.
Nothing more Christmassy than a coconut pyramid.
Coconut pyramid. I've got my sugarcane juice. Happy as a clam. That's adorable. Little libraries. Chocolate, and now we're in search of breakfast. There was one place that had egg sandwiches that looked unbelievable. I'm gonna get copyrighted for this music. There's the egg sandwich place that looks so amazing, but the line was so long and it's starting to rain, so I think we're gonna go elsewhere. We decided to pick up Waffle House for breakfast. Josh did the order online. Very heavily inspired by Pookie and Jet and their Waffle House order. We literally ordered what they get. The Texas sausage, what's it called? The Texas melt. It's like a sausage, egg, and cheese melt.
Wow, I feel like I'm right in the heart of Atlanta.
We're not going to eat it in the car. Let's
neighbors with Pookie and Jet.
We have not had Waffle House since 2015? 2016?
It's been a long time, baby.
Yeah, I'm really excited. It looks kind of small. We're going to share this?
I'm going to have a few bites. Ketchup?
We're going to eat this right now?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we're eating in the truck. I was going to wait till we got home.
No.
You couldn't get a side of jalapenos?
No.
That's how Pookie orders it. They wouldn't let you order it like that on the app.
No.
Okay, you first. Is it absolutely fire, Pookie? You love it. I can tell he loves it.
It's good.
Okay, let's give this baby a try. There's pickles on the side. We should have put that in there.
I personally wouldn't say it's fire, but I would say it's good.
It's pretty fire.
It's not.
No, it is. It is really good. I feel like if this toast was more toasty and crunchy, it's kind of gone like a little bit soggy. I will say this was exactly the kind of food I was in the mood for today for breakfast, so I couldn't be happier. It's better than I thought when you think about Waffle House breakfast. Like, this is amazing compared to my memories of Waffle House. Definitely tastes 10 times better when you add a pickle. And I heard that Pookie adds jalapenos to hers, which for some reason we weren't able to do.
That would be amazing.
Pavlova is underway. We need all of your thoughts and prayers because we didn't realize that most recipes say to leave it overnight in the oven to cool off, like the oven with the oven off, but you're not supposed to take it out because it'll crack. So we're pretty sure this is gonna crack, but hopefully it won't be a big deal because we're gonna cover it with like whipped cream and fruit and stuff.
Can you pour that on top of there for me, please?
This right now?
Yep.
Okay, cornstarch is going into the egg whites. That looks like the perfect dippage. Pray for these pavlovas. Okay, pavlova is slowly cooling. It's already cracked, so this one's a little soft in the middle. This one seems perfect, but we're gonna have to come back.
Which this is the one that sat for 15 minutes while we made the other one.
Baby, look at your cake. Good afternoon. It is the next day. It is such a rainy day today, and I've just been having a day to sort my life out. I've been doing lots of laundry. I've edited this video up until this point and realized it's very short. So I thought it would be a great opportunity to pop in a little Q&A for this Vlogmas. Somebody commented a couple vlogs ago asking if I could do a Q&A in one of the Vlogmas videos. I just didn't think that I would get very many questions, but you guys really came through with some good questions, some hard-hitting questions. So much so that I'm actually gonna do a Q&A part 1 and part 2. So part 1 will be right now, and then I'll do part 2 in the next vlog, or maybe the vlog after that, we'll see. Part 2 is where we're gonna get a little bit deeper and a little more personal, which I think will be nice. I personally love to watch a Q&A. I don't know if it's just because I'm nosy or what, but it's just nice, like when you follow someone for a long time or like watch them consistently, just to like get to see a little bit of a different side to them. By the way, I'm currently drinking English breakfast tea with a little bit of half and half and a little bit of sugar, and it is like seriously perfect. I'm enjoying it so much. Okay, the first question is favorite place you visited this year. And any year that I visit New Zealand is probably, I'm gonna have to say that's my favorite place. But if we're going for new places that I've never visited before this year, Australia, and it's kind of broad and vague, but we loved going to Australia so much. It was my first time. Josh had been before, of course, because he's from closer to there in New Zealand, but it was just so amazing getting to explore a brand new continent. It is so stunning there. We got to travel around a good bit of Australia. So we did Brisbane, Melbourne, Sydney, and we also went to Byron Bay, which might take the cake. Byron Bay was pretty special, and that's where we did our whale watching tour on Josh's birthday, and that was like such a highlight of this year for me. It was just the most magical, special experience that I've ever had, I think. It was truly unbelievable, seeing the humpback whales jumping out of the water, swimming right next to the boat. Like, it was so amazing. So that is definitely up there for favorite place that I visited this year. I just have to give it to Australia as a whole, but if I'm going really specific, probably Byron Bay because of that whale watching experience, but also Melbourne was so amazing. Like, we just loved it. It was just such a cool vibe, such amazing food. We were so blessed to visit so many amazing places this year. We also got to go to St. Martin in the beginning of the year in February and spend like over 2 weeks there, which was just amazing. I've been visiting St. Martin since I was little, and it's one of my favorite places in the world. And every time I get to go, I'm just like so on cloud 9. It's just like one of my happy places. But Australia has to take the cake because it's a place I'd never been before this year, and it's truly spectacular. And we didn't even scratch the surface of it. Like, we went to a few different cities, but we didn't get to see that much because we were in the cities the whole time, because the main point of going was for Josh's work. So that was kind of the priority, but we still got to really soak it in and enjoy our time there. So Australia. Okay, moving on. I cannot spend this much time on every question. It's also getting dark outside. It's like 4:50 right now and also kind of rainy. So I'm sorry for this very low lighting situation, but anyway, moving on. Okay, the next question is, how long have you been a toaster? Fellow swirly here. Kelsey, I see you. I am such a big toaster. If you don't know what a toaster is, it's basically someone who watches The Toast. It's a podcast by Claudia and Jackie Oshry. They mostly talk about pop culture stuff, and they're sisters, and they're hilarious. I mean, The Toast is huge, so you probably already know what I'm talking about. But it's just a fun podcast, and also they release episodes every day, Monday through Friday. So it's 5 days a week of podcast to listen to, which is so much content, but I truly stay up to date. Like, I listen pretty much every single weekday, and if I miss a day, I'll catch up the next day. But the question was, how long have you been a toaster? I think I started listening to them like very shortly after they switched to The Toast, because they used to be on another show called The Morning Breath, and then they had to branch off and do their own thing with the toast. I think that was 2018, maybe 2017. I'm not actually totally sure, but I found them like maybe 6 months or like less than a year from when the toast was born. So it's probably been about like 7 years that I've been a toaster, which is crazy that I've been consistently listening to a podcast for that long. And I don't think I've really missed hardly any episodes, which is seriously nuts. But yeah, they're super, super fun to listen to, super fun to follow on Instagram. I'm even a Patreon member, guys. Like I'm like a full-fledged, hardcore, swirly toaster girl. Let me know in the comments who else of you are toasters so we can all be swirlies together. I sound like I'm in a cult. Next question is, can you create more book content? And the answer is a little tricky because I love nothing more than talking about books. It's so much fun. That's why I started Jolly Cove, a full-on podcast where I talk about books. And I love sharing about books on YouTube as well, but I feel like anytime that I do like a dedicated book video where I'm only talking about books in the video and it's not like a longer vlog where there's a little segment where I'm like sharing my reading updates or whatever, it absolutely flops. Like my audience does not really care about books that much, it seems, which does make me sad because I think it is so fun to sprinkle in like a dedicated book video every once in a while where I can just sit and blab about books until my heart's content. But as of right now, it really seems like that's not what my YouTube audience wants, and I want to give the people what they want. I know there's a handful of you that do like the book stuff, but most of you guys don't. For instance, the previous Vlogmas from this one, Vlogmas Day 8, I just did a like end of year book tag talking all things books, and it has the lowest views I think of any video I've ever posted in the history of my YouTube channel, like from day one. So that was kind of crazy. Not that I'm so fixated on numbers by any means, but at some point you do kind of have to look at the data and see that the people don't care. So with that being said, I probably won't be doing any dedicated book videos for a very long time, but I mean, every vlog I can help myself, I'm going to be talking about what I'm reading, what I'm loving, and like do little reading updates here and there. But I don't, like I said, I don't think I'll be producing any like dedicated book content on here anyway for a while. Okay, next up, following the bookish theme, please don't click off. I'm just kidding. Your go-to reading setup. Honestly, I wish that I had more of a setup. I pretty much these days only read right before I go to bed, so it's just like in my bed with my Kindle propped up on 2 pillows, and yeah, that's about it. That's my setup. Usually drinking a cup of tea before bed as well, like peppermint tea. If I had my way and I like had all the time in the world to read, I would be on the couch with a little cozy fireplace or something going on in the background, some instrumental music playing, cup of tea in hand. That sounds perfect. Okay, we've got one more bookish question. It is favorite book that you read this year. I did answer this in the last video, but since nobody watched it, I'll tell you. I'll tell you here now. I actually chose 4 books because I truly can't choose a top favorite, and these are in no particular order of favorite to least favorite or anything like that, and because I can't choose. But the 4 titles that really stood out to me this year that I enjoyed so much and that I could not stop blabbing about all year are Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross, The Good Part by Sophie Cousins, A Man Called Uva by Frederick Bachman, and Love of My Afterlife by Kirsty Greenwood. Love of My Afterlife might be a bit of like a honorable mention. It's so good, but I did read it more recently, and so I feel like it's just more fresh in my memory, but I had so much fun reading it. It's nothing like life-changing or, you know, soul-wrenching. It's just like a fun, enjoyable read. All right, next up is favorite place to shop for clothes. I'm kind of in a weird spot with shopping right now. Like I used to always say Free People, and that's definitely still up there for sure, but really only online. I feel like in store, it's kind of been hit or miss for me lately with Free People, but online, I'm always sure to find something that I love. I will say it's like pretty much my go-to for any occasion. Like if I needed a lovely dress for something, I'll go to Free People. If I want like a cozy lounge set, I'll go to Free People. Also recently, I've gotten more into Amazon clothes, which I never have really given it much of a chance before, but the last couple of months I've ordered quite a few things from Amazon that I've absolutely loved. So Amazon's been great. Yeah, I feel like all of my most worn items or sets or dresses or whatever are mostly from Free People, so I'd have to say there. Next question, do you see yourself staying in Florida long term? This is kind of a tricky question. I grew up in Florida, in the town that I currently live. I sound like Moira Rose. But I grew up in the town that I currently live. It was never the plan to live here forever, but it just kind of worked out that way with Josh's work and my family being here. When it first came to be that, I knew we were going to be staying here for a while, and it kind of freaked me out. I was like, but that's not the plan. We kind of had always dreamed of living in Franklin, which is just outside of Nashville, having some land there, having some chickens, like having that very idyllic life for raising a family. And I still definitely hold on to those dreams, but the longer that we've been here back in my hometown, I really am embracing it so much more. Like I've fully embraced it now. I absolutely love it. I could definitely see us raising kids here. I mean, I myself had like a perfect idyllic childhood here. Like I loved growing up here. We've got stunning lakes. It's just like a really sweet town to grow up in, and I feel like it's not hard to find community here. So yeah, I've definitely embraced it a lot more as far as like settling here for a while. So yeah, I don't know if I could say that I see us staying here forever, but it is a great little base camp for staying here for a while, for raising a family here, at least for the first several years. I don't know. We don't know. It's always been our biggest dream since we got married that once we had children, we would be able to split our time between wherever our home is in America and also in New Zealand, where Josh's family is. New Zealand is just such a special place, and it's so incredibly beautiful, and it's just special. It's magical. I love it so much there. Sorry, Josh just called me, so I got cut off. But anyway, I feel like I was rambling at this point, so I'll just say yes and no. I wouldn't be mad if this was our forever home, but I also want to spend a ton of time in New Zealand, and maybe that life for us in Tennessee out in the country will happen one day too. Like I'm not holding that so firmly as I used to. That used to be something that really, really bothered me, that we weren't already in Tennessee and like starting our life there and putting down roots and stuff like that, because that was kind of the plan once we got married, to do that and then also split our time from there in New Zealand. But over the last couple of years or so, especially since we bought this house, I've really come around to the idea and notion that like God has us here in Florida for a reason, and it's been really such a sweet season to be here with family, and like putting down new roots in my hometown has been really special and cool. So yeah, we'll see where God wants to take us next. But yeah, our heart's desire is to split time between somewhere in the US, probably Florida and New Zealand. So that is what we are working towards. But yeah, we'll see where God wants us. My battery is very low, so we'll see how many more we can get through. But next question is, what is your favorite makeup and outfit piece right now? I thought this was kind of a fun question. So for makeup, I'm gonna be really boring. Well, I don't know if this is boring, but I literally have it right here. This is my Ilia lip sketch hydrating crayon. I love how chunky it is. I was talking about it in a recent vlog because I like finally got a sharpener that was big enough to sharpen it. The shade is called Genre. I love the formula. It stays on for such a long time. Even if I put lip balm over it, I feel like it just like doesn't budge, and it's great. And I love finding a new lip product that that is my go-to for every day, because I feel like it's really hard for me to find one that I really, really love. And so once I find one, I just like am obsessed and will wear it to death. Also, my blush from Rhode. I really want to order some more shades of Rhode Pocket Blush because the formula is just so wonderful and creamy and blends so beautifully. The only shade I have right now is Sleepy Girl, which I do love, but I think it'd be fun to get some more shades soon. So I also need to order some more moisturizer from them soon, so maybe I'll pop some blushes in my order. For outfit piece, that is so tricky. I don't know, I'm just like a cozy girl. I just want to wear sweaters all the time. Maybe actually I will say that striped sweater that I got at the beginning of Vlogmas, that's like orangey and red stripes that I got from Amazon. It's like 20 bucks. It's so good. I will link it below because it is so, so good. So yeah, maybe that. I feel like I'm really gravitating towards it all the time, and I'm trying not to wear it too much because it's just, I don't want to be such an outfit repeater, but I do love it a lot. Okay, my camera's about to die, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here, but thank you so, so much for watching. Leave a little whale emoji in honor of my mug right now in the comments if you made it this far. And yeah, subscribe if you haven't already. I hope that you enjoyed this little Q&A. Like I said, the part 2 of this Q&A is gonna go a little deeper.